This is the second part of the alphanumeric database using the software PostgreSQL. In this second part, we are going to still working with the Lucidchart website, developing our entity relationship and diagram. We are going to see what is the cardinality, the connection between two tables, and we are going to see how we can link these two entities through the primary key and the foreign key. Also, we are going still working with the creation of new tables and importing data inside these tables. And we are going to start to answer the questions that were presented at the part 1 using the appropriate queries.
Important note. In this tutorial, the database has been created with no real information. Fields like client name, phone numbers, project manager names, soil analysis, project numbers, concentration of chloride, benzene, etc. were chosen totally randomly or were invented. The only real thing is the legal land description. However, the areas were also taken randomly. The purpose of this tutorial is just education.
If you want to reproduce this database, feel free to email me nuska2003@gmail.com and I will deliver the data and queries by email.
Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. At the first part of this lesson, we created this entity, client. Now we are going to start to create the second entity, site. Let's go to do it. The site entity has 7 different attributes. You can modify this one here, and has one primary key and one foreign key. Then we can remove these ones here, and I'm going to pass the video faster to edit this table. The table is done. Now let's go to see how we can transfer the information from this table to this table. As you can see here, the primary key is the same color as the foreign key in the site entity. That is because the primary key in client entity passed as a foreign key at the site entity. That's the way we can transfer the information from one table to a different table. Now let's go to talk about the cardinality of these two tables, the relation, the connection they have. Okay, to do that one, we are going to make a question. A specific client, how many sites can have? We have to understand that a site, it's a project, and one project has a specific number, and that's because the primary key is the project number. One specific client can have a lot of different sites, a lot of different projects. Then the relation between client and site, it's one to many. One client can have many different sites. And now let's go to make the question in this direction. And a specific site, how many clients can have? And a specific site has a specific project number, and one project only can have one client. Okay, then the relation between these two tables, it's a one to many. Then you can use this option here to select this kind of arrow to establish the relation, the cardinality between these two entities. In this case, the relation is one to many. To establish the cardinality between the entities is really important, because if the relation is many to many, you have to establish an intermediate entity here, okay? Because in order to create a coherent database, the relation between the entities cannot be many to many, okay? It has to be one to many. Then if that happens, you have to create an intermediate entity to eliminate the cardinality many to many, to avoid errors with the database. Before to start to insert all this data inside our database, I would like to talk a little bit about this kind of attributes for this table. As you can see here, these attributes, LSD, section, township, range, and meridian, it's a very particular system that we have in Canada to locate the sites. Okay, I'm going to show you the website. Is this website here, okay, and it's called Alberta Township Survey System. Here, as you can see, any parcel of land in Alberta can be located by its legal land description. The legal land description, it's this one, okay? We have 3 meridians, number 4th, 5th, and 6th. Then the land is divided in squares, range and townships for the columns and for the columns here, and for the routes. The routes are the township and the columns are the range. Then every square is divided in another square, as you can see here, and these squares provides you what is the exactly location of our site. To see this one clear, I'm going to show you a map. It's another website. In this case is this one. That's the map how is divided the Alberta in small squares. Okay. Now I would like to show you a specific square to see the information inside. Just go to ArcGIS. ArcGIS Online. And here search Alberta Township Grid ATS and select this option here. Now this is Calgary. Let's go to Edmonton or Red Deer, it doesn't matter, okay? As you approach here, you can see the meridian is the number 4, the range is number 26, and the township is 38. And is all this square here. This square is one of these ones. Okay, now if we make zoom here, you can see the square better now. Townships and range. Okay, if we make a zoom here, we are going to see these numbers here, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I cannot see. This is from 1 to 36. And it's moving in this direction, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, etc. Okay, until 36. Here is this one, from 1 to 36. Okay, and if we take one particular square, for example number 1, here, number 1. The square number 1, as you can see here, is this one. Number 1 is divided again in 16 small squares. Okay, if you make zoom, okay, from 1 to 16. Then if we provide all these numbers, we are going to have a specific location on Alberta. Even our database is not going to be an spatial one, it's not a geo database, it's just a alphanumeric database. We are going to introduce these attributes in order to facilitate to get information related with a specific part of the surface of Alberta. That's a very important thing. Now let's go to pass the information to our database. First, let's go to open the software, all programs, Postgres, SQL, pgadmin for servers, Postgres, and this is the database we created the other day, except one. Okay, we have just one table that we did in part 1 of this lesson, and that's the data we have. Now let's go to open the queries we did the other day. Just query tool. Here, then the name was query. I'm going to show you. Is this one here, query? Okay. And just select. And this is the work we was doing the other day. Okay, to see the table, just select from client and run. Now we are going to create the table site. Let's go to open a Lucy chart. Okay, this table. The command to create this table is the same as the table client, but in this case we have to add the foreign key. Okay, just create table site, open parentheses, project, and one, and the type of data is going to be int, then comma. The second field is going to be ID client 2, and it's the same data. The third is LSD int, comma. The fourth field is going to be sect. I'm not going to put section like this, because as you see it's a kind of command, and if you want to use this one you have to use double quotes here, and I don't like to use double quotes. Okay, and when you have to make a query you have to write all the time the double quotes, and I don't like. Then I prefer to put sec, something like that, to avoid that one. The next one is township, and it's the same data. Then the next one is range. It happens the same, you know, then that's the reason because I put just range. Data is the same. Then Meridian is the last one. Meridian. And it's the same kind of data. And now I'm going to add what is the primary key. And that's it. Okay, let's go to run this one, and let's go to refresh here, and we have the table side there. As you see, we don't have a foreign key. We have to add that one. We are going to do now. The command SQL is alter table. Then we have to put the name of the table we want to change. In this case, it's site. Then we have to say add. And we have to say what is the field. In this case, the field is this one. Copy, just to make sure it's the same. Then we have to say the references. In this case, the references is the table client, where we have the primary key of ID client, and we have to say what is the field in that table. Okay, in that table, the field I'm going to show you is this one. Okay, this one is the client table, that one is the primary key in that table. Copy and go here and paste, and now that one it's ready to go. Run. Okay, we added successfully. Now let's go to see the table. First, let's go to refresh. Let's go to use this command. Select from site. Run. Okay, we have our attributes there. Now let's go to see the properties. The foreign key, you are going to see here at constraints. We have two, one for the primary key and other one for the foreign key. Okay, this one is the primary and this one is the foreign key. Now let's go to insert the data inside this table. First, let's go to save the queries. Okay, that's the file is saved. Now I'm going to show you the site table. For this table, I created 100 records to make more interesting the database. And I want to tell you that this field here is the same as this field here. Okay, in this table in client, that one is the primary key, but in this table pass as a foreign key. Okay, and this field is going to allow us to connect both tables. To insert the data, we are going to do the same as we did with client. Just I'm going to select all these ones, copy, and I'm going to use the notepad to export the information. Paste here, field, save as. I'm going to keep here in lesson 12 as the site, save. Okay, now I'm going to import to our table. Select import export, import, select the folder, is text, site, select here test also, okay, and it's good. Now I'm going to show you the data here. Just select from site to see the table, run, and we have all our data there. Now let's go to see how we can manage the information we have in both tables and what kind of things we can do. To do that one, I decided to make a series of questions. Is these questions, and the first question is, can I use the project number, this project number, for a new project? Okay, let's go to see what happened. Then let's go here to our database and let's go to try to put that project number in our table. Okay, to do that one, just insert into table site, the field project number 1, and the values is going to be this number here. Copy and paste, and let's see what happened. Okay, that's the answer. Duplicate key value violates unique constraint. Cite primary key. Okay, that's the problem with this table. We have these constraints, and when you try to repeat the project number that already exists on the list, the software doesn't allow to repeat that number. Okay, you cannot duplicate, because as I said before, the primary key, okay, is a unique number, and we have already this number on the list. You can see that one. Select from site, where project, copy, paste here, it's equal to this project number here. Copy, paste. Okay, is this project number. As this project number exists already in our database, you cannot duplicate. Okay, then the answer for this question is no. You have to use a different project number, because this number already exists on our database. Okay, for the next question, what is the legal land description for the project number? This one. Okay, then let's go to make this square to answer this question. Copy, and we can use the same query as before. Just change this project number here, paste, and make the search. Okay, and we have the legal land description for this project number. Then the answer for this question is 636 M4W. Okay, that's the answer for this question. Now I have the legal land description, this number, but I would like to know what is the project number. Okay, then it's going to be the opposite as before. Then let's go to make the query. It's going to be a little bit longer. Yeah. In order to save some time, I decided to write the query already. Now I'm going to paste, copy, paste. Okay, that's the query, where we say select all these fields. Okay, it's all these fields except the ID client, from the table site, where LSD is 4, because as you see here, I'm going to copy this number, copy, and we can insert okay, our legal land description. It's number 4, as I put here, LSD number 4, section 28, township 92, range 13, and meridian 4. Okay, that's the data I put here. Then if we want to see what is the project number, right, I have a legal description, but I would like to know what is the project number. Okay, then let's go to run this one. Okay, and you have the legal description here, and the project number is this one. Then let's go to write that one. Project number is 2018-123. That's the project number for that legal description. And the last question is what? So I guess what is the name for the project? That one. What is the name? I'm going to copy this one, and I'm going to put here paste, and now I'm going to create the query. Okay, the query is this one. Select project number, because we need this, we need to see the project number, the column for the project number. Okay, select the project number, and also we need to see the client name, because that is the question, right? What is the client for the project? Okay, and the project number, we have the project number in the table side. Okay, I'm going to show you the table side. Okay, we have the project number in this table, and also we need the table client, because we need the client name. Okay, I'm going to show you. Select from client. That's the name of the clients. Okay, then select these two fields from these two tables. Okay, where the select from site, show you this table again, where project number 1 is this column here, it's equal to this project number. Okay, this project number is this project number, and that's the way we can connect both tables. Okay, and client, that's the table doc, and the field of I'm going to show you here, is going to be easy. Okay, in this table, the table client point, the ID is this one here, it's equal to this table here, to the side table and ID client. Okay, that's the connection of the tables. This field is the same as this one, and we can connect these two tables because of the foreign key. Side point, the name of this field, it's equal to client point to the name of this field. Okay, that's the information you have here. Okay, and now if you run this one, you are going to get the result. Okay, the result is this one. The client is Adanac P. Then this one is the answer. Now let's go to see one new command. Is going to see, for example, in this table, select for this one, select from side, run. Okay, now we are going to order this table by any other field. Okay, that one is already ordered by the project number, but we can order, for example, from LSD. Okay, let's go to try. Copy, sorry, this one. Copy, paste here, and order by LSD. Okay, let's see what happened. And now, as you can see, now it's not ordered by the project numbers, it's ordered by the LSD. Let's see a new question. How many projects we have at the area where range is 12, township is 93, and meridian is 4? It's going to be in this area. Okay, how many projects we have in all this area? Then let's go to do the query for that one. I did already, and I'm going to show you here. Paste. Okay, the command is this one, select count. Okay, we want to count the projects, this column, how many projects we have in that area. Okay, from the table psi is this table where meridian it's equal to 4, range it's equal to 12, and township it's equal to 93. Then we have 36 projects in this area. In total 36 according to our database. But now let's go to see a little bit more. Going to paste here. Copy, paste. Now I want to see, I don't want to count as here because I want to see all the project numbers. Okay, in this table, when we run this square here, we can see just a number because we say select count. Okay, but now I would like to see what is the project number. Then I'm going to run this one. That's because I put here select the field project number at the table side where we have meridian, range, township, and also I want to order by the project number. Okay, now I have the same record, 36. Okay, in total 36, but with all the project numbers. Okay, we have in that area all these project numbers, but I would like to have more information. Okay, let's go to run this one also. Copy, paste here. In this case, I want to see all the columns for the project number, the LSD, the section, the township, the range, and the meridian, and also order by project number. As you can see, we have the same township, range, and meridian for all the projects. Okay, and there are 36 as before. The only things are changing is the project number, the LSD, and the section. Okay, guys. Then the answer for the question is 36 projects. Perfect. The video is already almost 30 minutes or even more, and I'm going to stop this second part here, and I'm going to continue at the third part. Okay, see you later, guys.